going on, Twin Tiers, and welcome to Twin Tiers Football, brought to you by Simmons Rockwell Ford. Well, the wait was finally over. Defending PIAA Class 2A champs, the Troy Trojans, made their long-awaited return to Alperon Park tonight. The team spending the first 6 weeks of their season on the road. And what better way to welcome the team back than unveiling their brand new championship banner that sits just below the scoreboard for the rest of time. All right, let's get to some action now. The Trojans hosting Wyalusing for their return tonight, and they did not waste any time. Mason Smith under center steps back in the pocket, floats one over the middle. Trey Terbury on the reception, and he takes it the rest of the way for the first home touchdown of the 2025 season. 5 minutes later, first and goal at the 1, a sea of red, but Smith hands it off to Cale Millard for another Trojans touchdown. Troy up 14-0. Rams really trying to get something going, but Brendan Gilliland forces a fumble. Ball is loose. A cluster of Trojans dive on the ball for the turnover, and the Trojans capitalize. Same drive, Smith to Gilliland. Great blocks makes this one look easy. Trojans give the home crowd a show tonight. 49-14 the final. All right, to the Southern Tier now. Corning hosting Horsehead, still looking for their first win of the year. Hawks' second drive of the game. Cooper Bang handing it off to Mike Lutton up the middle and on the loose, booking it down the field. But the Blue Raiders' Patrick Laney catches up to him and takes him down at the 10. Very next snap, Bang to John Graham, heads to the outside, lowers that shoulder and into the painted turf for six. Unsuccessful two-pointer makes it 6-0 Corning. 6.5 to go in the first half. Slow start for the Raiders too. Dimitri Charlino looking for a man, can't find one, takes it in himself. Touchdown. Horsehead's tied at 14 at the half, but the Blue Raiders take it in the end. 28-22 the final. All right, the 2-0 Union Endicott hosting the 1-2 Elmira for its first home game this year. The Express ran into a wall on the third play of the game. The call was overturned to a fumble, and the Tigers took over in Elmira territory on the 3rd and 12. Tigers quarterbacks Joe Gennarelli doing his best Lamar Jackson impression as he evades 3 defenders, but comes up just short. Next play, Gennarelli keeps it again, but no such luck as he is swallowed up behind the sticks. The Express take over on downs, but are forced to punt. Knotted at 0 in the second half, Deshaun Harris runs it up the gut a la Davis for the first points of the game. That would be all the Express scored as they fell to the Tigers 26-7. All right, out in Norwich now, the Purple Tornado hosting the Ithaca Little Red tonight. Zach Parker gonna take this one in. Touchdown Purple Tornado, and they take a 7-0 lead. Jack Barton gonna roll out on the 4th down, finds Leo Fiorello, and that's a Little Red first down. To the 2nd now, 3rd and 10 for Ithaca. Barton drops back, looking, scrambling, throws it up, but Leyland Montgomery will pick him off. Ithaca able to get the ball back. Go 3 and out, though, on the punt. Zach Turner gets a hand on there, blocks the punt, and falls on the ball at the 1-yard line. Next play, Cooper Christie will walk it in, standing up. Norwich able to get the big 40-14 win over Ithaca. All right, moving on over to Green Oxford, or OG, hosting Spencer Van Etten Candor. 4th down, OG with the hard count. Encroachment on SVEC brings a 4th and 5 now. Elijah Eggleston throws as he's hit, but finds Lazarus Ludolph, and that's an OG first down. Very next play, Jacoby Foster, though, with the pick, makes it a few yards before he's brought down. Foster also back at QB now, drops a dime to Tegan Kwiatkowski. And a couple of plays later, we got Foster, the slant to Matt Smith, and SVE runs away with this one, able to get the win on the road over Green Oxford. 43-14 the final. To Johnson City now. Waverly already up 28-0 in the waning seconds of the first half. Looking to pitch a shutout. The Wolverines. Cooper Robinson comes in like a heat-seeking missile from the secondary for the sack heading into the break. It was the Cooper Robinson show to start the second. Wolverines QB Ben Shaw dumps it off to Cooper in the flat, who turns on the burners and outruns the entire JC defense for 6 as Waverly goes up 35-0. On the next drive, the Wolverines turn to the ground game as Bryce LaForest rumbles ahead, refusing to go down for a big gain and a first down. 3 plays later, LaForest again, the junior, takes the handoff and keeps the ball high and over the defenders and refused to be denied the end zone. Waverly took this one 49-7 the final. Alrighty, to Watkins Glen now. The Schuyler Storm hosting an undefeated Shenango Forks squad. Forks jumped down to a 27-0 lead in the first quarter. Sam Paskey in the shotgun position. Quarterback keeper, great blocks and quick feet take him into the end zone for 6 more. Forks up by 34. Less than a minute to go in the first half. Landon Batanko taking over QB duties, hands it off to Devin Curtis, who runs it in for the touchdown. 41-0 Forks. Storm finally get one on the board late in the third, excuse me. Hunter Mowry going to the air. Caden LaGramata snags it and gets into the end zone, but the Blue Devils had too much power tonight. 51-14 Forks, the final. All right, to the scoreboard, sticking with Section 4, Tioga cruises past Newark Valley 31-0, and Notre Dame falls to Unitago 47-13. And back to the Northern Tier League. Athens stays winning with a 35-22 win over Wellsboro tonight, and North Penn Mansfield takes a big loss to Warrior Run 55-6. And Towanda, they get their first win of the season tonight, 41-14 over Canton, and Kawaneski Valley falling to South Williamsport 54-6.